It is with profound honor and privilege to address this historic inaugural African Parole System Conference, an event that speaks directly to the evolution of modern correctional policy and the future of restorative justice on our continent. This landmark occasion brings together the esteemed heads of correctional services from across the continent, alongside senior correctional officers, renowned policymakers, legal and rehabilitation experts, to shape a transformative agenda for correctional reform across our region, our continent, and beyond. On behalf of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Comrade Dr. Emmerson Mnangagwa, the government and the people of Zimbabwe, I extend a warm welcome to you all. Mauya, welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, this conference convenes under the theme Advancing Restorative Justice, Strengthening Parole System for Safer and Rehabilitated Societies, an African perspective with the global collaboration. This theme aligns well with Second Republic's National Transformation Agenda, which prioritizes human dignity, rehabilitation and reintegration as pillars of a modern and responsive correctional architecture. It also captures Africa's collective ambition to advance systems that are data-driven and anchored in global best practices. In light of these foundational principles, the Republic of Zimbabwe stands as at a critical turning point in its national correctional reform journey. We therefore remain steadfastly committed to the establishment of correctional institutions that are modern, humane, technologically driven, and development as we aspire to attain an upper middle income status. We are compelled to advance systems that uphold human dignity, strengthen community safety, and actively support offender rehabilitation, all of which serve the paramount overarching interests of sustainable national development. Distinguished guests, we undertook a comprehensive overhaul of our penal laws, culminating in the Prisons and Correctional Service Act, Chapter 723. This landmark registration is a critical enabler of our broader reform agenda. For decades, parole in Zimbabwe was narrow in scope, restricted largely to inmates with terminal illnesses. The new framework establishes a structured, transparent, and progressive parole system administered by a state parole board that prioritizes evidence-based rehabilitation, supervised reintegration, reduction of reoffending, and enhanced public safety. Through this system, we aim to cultivate citizens who re-enter society as productive and law-abiding participants in national development. Furthermore, this modern evidence-based approach to parole will strategically assist in decongesting our correctional facilities, many of which have long burdened by overcrowding. It also improves the living conditions of inmates and creates the necessary operational space for the implementation of effective and comprehensive rehabilitation programs. When rehabilitation succeeds, the dividends are immediate and measurable, namely, communities become safer, families regain stability, and social cohesion is strengthened. This successful social infrastructure creates an enabling environment necessary for accelerated economic growth. Ladies and gentlemen, in addition to the critical legislative forms I have mentioned, government approved the establishment of the Pathways to Reintegration Foundation to be launched in 2026. There is a saying, you want to go fast, but for a shorter distance, go alone. But if you want to go far, go with others. I therefore urge you all, correctional services, institutions across the African continent, to make full and strategic use of established platforms, such as the African Correctional Services Association and the International Corrections and Prisons Associations. Through these collaborative platforms, we can collectively build correctional systems that are more resilient, modern, and aligned to our developmental needs. Systems that will advance safety, justice, and human dignity across our entire continent. Ladies and gentlemen, as we officially commence this 4-day conference, I urge you to engage with intellectual honesty and operational clarity. The invaluable insights you bring draw your diverse jurisdictions and profound operational experiences will be vital in shaping Zimbabwe's parole regulations. These regulations must be crafted in a manner that is not only practical and implementable, but also responsive in our unique national realities. I wish you all a productive, enriching, and meaningful deliberations. throughout the course of this significant conference. Together, let us advance the principles of restorative justice, strengthen our parole systems, and build safer, thoroughly rehabilitated societies rooted in enduring African wisdom and the benefits of robust global collaboration. It is now my singular honor and privilege to declare the inaugural parole system in Africa officially opened.
I wish to express our deepest gratitude to our distinguished guests of honor, the Honorable Vice President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, General Retired Dr. CGDN Chiwenga. Honorable Vice President, sir, we truly appreciate your presence here, despite your demanding schedule. Your partaking underscores the significance of government places on correctional reforms and inspires us to continue strengthening our systems with dedication and purpose. Your insightful remarks have provided us with a clear direction as we embark on a meaningful deliberations over the coming days. Allow me also to express our sincere appreciation to the government of Zimbabwe for granting us the opportunity to host this important conference and for its unwavering support towards modernizing the country's correctional landscape. Equally, we extend our special thanks to the governments represented here today for allowing their esteemed delegations to participate in this Zimbabwean initiative. Your presence embodies the true African spirit of solidarity, mutual support, and collective progress. I further extend our heartfelt appreciation to esteemed heads of correctional services and their delegation who have joined us from across the continent. We are also delighted by the participation of all invited guests, who include government officials, policymakers, development partners, and international correctional experts. Your presence demonstrates a shared commitment to advance progress in correctional models and enrich the knowledge base upon which we seek to build a robust parole system. This conference takes place at a time when the Zimbabwe Prisons and Correctional Service continues to benefit immensely from the unwavering support of the government under the visionary leadership of the President, His Excellency, Comrade Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa. Such a commitment of support to modernize our correctional system and steering us towards our vision to become the best correctional service provider in the region and beyond remains a beacon of inspiration for us. I think Dean will be very much happy to hear our vision. The Honorable Vice President has expressed the confidence that this conference will yield fruitful outcomes for the betterment of our respective correctional systems in general. We fully share this conviction. The diverse expertise represented here provides a strong foundation for developing practical and sustainable strategies that will enhance rehabilitation and reintegration, which are the key pillars of an effective parole system. As we move forward during this important conference, I encourage all participants to engage openly, share generously, and collaborate earnestly. The outcomes will certainly contribute significantly to build a more effective and human correctional system for Zimbabwe and Africa as a whole. In closing, Honorable Vice President, may I once again extend our profound appreciation to all who have honored this event with their presence and contributions. Together, let us advance a correctional service that embodies justice, dignity, and transformation. At this juncture, Honorable Vice President Say, may I now humbly invite you to receive a token of appreciation as a gesture of our gratitude for gracing and officially opening this conference.
Parole is not an act of governmental weakness. It is an act of strength and calculated foresight. It is the formal declaration that a state is committed to investing in the restoration of its citizens, recognizing that our collective African philosophy, be it through Ubuntu or other principles of shared humanity, demands that we seek to mend the broken rather than merely discarding them. It is not disputed that prisons are a colonial construct and that before the advent of colonialism, our traditional justice systems focused on rehabilitation and reparations rather than punishments. Honorable Vice President, ladies and gentlemen, our commitment to this ethos is meticulously codified in our national legislation, specifically the Prisons and Correctional Service Act. This act establishes the Parole Board, which is a multidisciplinary body of citizens drawing essential expertise from legal, health, social services, and correctional fields. This composition is a deliberate attempt to move beyond a purely security-focused perspective and embrace holistic assessment. Our parole system is built on a strong legal foundation and ethos of Ubuntu. It is designed to balance justice, safety, and rehabilitation. The provisions of our Act are not isolated domestic efforts. They resonate strongly with international best practices. When our law mandates a proper and thorough risk assessment, we are implicitly aligning with the international trend of using dynamic risk needs assessment tools which look beyond static history to measure an inmate's current motivation, skills, and preparedness for a crime-free life. This structured approach, Honorable Vice President, objective approach minimizes arbitrary decisions and maximizes public safety, a cornerstone of the Mandela rules which advocate for treatment aimed at fostering self-respect